I'm often asked, is there anything that I should do in particular before you have any treatments? So I thought I'd just come on and give you some little tips and tricks to try and maybe avoid bruising and things like that. So one thing that we always say is, if you can, is to avoid any alcohol 24 hours before any procedure that I do. So that could be anti-wrinkle treatments, filler treatments, PRP, skin boosters, anything. When I'm using a needle, obviously there's a risk of bruising for anybody, but you do increase that risk if you've had alcohol in your system, because it does thin the blood down. So that is something that you can definitely do. Also, another thing is to avoid non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. So something like ibuprofen or Nurofen, again 24 hours before, can reduce that risk of bruising and also reduces your risk of bleeding too much when you're having procedures done. Aspirin. If you do take aspirin for medical reason, then I wouldn't advise that you stop any of those treatments. If you're just taking it for sort of pain relief, then maybe just try taking paracetamol, as again that will then just help reduce the bruising and bleeding risk. After treatment, there are a few things that we do advise you not to do, and the most common one is to avoid things like going to the gym, saunas, hot tubs, jacuzzis for a good 24 hours after you've had any treatments with myself. Avoid touching the area just to reduce the risk of infection, and for anti-wrinkle treatments we do advise that you stay upright for at least 3 to 4 hours, having to lay down or scrubbing floors or gardening where your face is going to be sort of leaning forward. We do always advise that you use an SPF, as it just protects any of the treatments that we do here at Revive Cosmetics. And if you can come with no makeup on, that does help, especially if you're having sort of full face rejuvenation. But I do cleanse the face and clean the face very carefully, and so it's prissy before we do any treatments. So if you are coming from work, don't think you don't have to wear makeup. But if you're coming from home, for example, then having no makeup does just help. So yeah, any questions obviously on any of the treatments that we do or any worries, please do let us know. But we will go through everything during your full consultation and more in depth than obviously just this, because there are a few other things we'd like you to know about. But that's kind of the generic before and kind of a bit post-treatment.